The Logo Design Idea Book by Stephen Heller and Gail Anderson, and published by Lawrence King on the 5th of August 2019. It is an accessible introduction to the key elements of good logo design, including insights into the logos of iconic brands. Before we jump into this book, I would personally like to thank Lawrence King for sending me an advance copy of the book. Yet again, another super book that I enjoyed reading and I highly recommend for all logo design lovers. Before we jump into the content of this book, as always, let's take a look at the cover design. What I like about this cover design is the simplicity of the design and straight to the point, with a clear title and a list of logos you can expect to find within the pages of the book. It also features the word logo embossed in monogram form within a grid layout. I really like this design element on the front cover, as it gives a logo design construction and process feel before we get into the content. The overall cover design is very well done in my opinion. The book has a premium and quality well-made feel, as you can expect from a Lawrence King publication. The book is written by Stephen Heller, who is the co-chair of the MFA Designer as author and entrepreneur program at the School of Visual Arts in New York. He is the author of more than 170 books on design and popular culture, and the recipient of the 2011 Smithsonian National Design Award. And Gail Anderson, who is the Director of Design and Digital Media at SVA's Visual Arts Press. She is a designer, writer and educator who has lectured about design at organisations and conferences around the world. So let's dive in and take a look at the Logo Design Idea Book and take a look at what you can expect to see. Arrows, swashes, swooshes, globes, sunbursts and parallel, vertical and horizontal lines, words, letters, shapes and pictures. But in all seriousness, it contains far more than pretty pictures of logos. Logos are the most ubiquitous and essential of all graphic design devices, representing ideas, beliefs, and of course things. They primarily identify products, businesses, and institutions, but they are also associated, hopefully, in a positive way, with the ethos and philosophy of those entities. The book is a paperback with 128 pages containing 50 illustrated logos that are examples of good ideas in the service of representation, reputation and identification. Such logos as IBM, AC/DC, V&A, eBay, BP, Lego, FedEx and the 1968 Mexico Olympics logo by Lance Wyman. After you have read about the history and ideas behind the 50 logos featured, there is a nice glossary section that explains the meaning of certain words and terms used by designers, such as logotype, which is an identifying symbol, letters or words. And finally, to follow, a further reading section with titles of books for you to read next, which is always a nice touch when you have just finished reading a nice book and looking for your next read. I really enjoyed reading this book. You can read through it in one sitting or standing, however you prefer to read. But you can take your time and read about several logos a day, so if you're not a big reader and love logos, it still caters for you too. As a logo designer myself, I can definitely recommend it to all others who love logo design. It's a great book that deserves to have a rightful place on your bookshelf. You don't need to be a logo designer to enjoy this one. It's nice to learn about logo history, and especially about the ideas behind them.